Good morning, guys. Welcome back to what was supposed to be a DIY tutorial style video for how to install LVP flooring and has now turned into a continuance of our back patio makeover. I'm going to be finishing up in that outdoor space and doing like a ton of decorating, sharing all of the decorating ideas that I have. I had sat on it. I didn't really share too much of that in the first video because I didn't know what I want to do, but now I do know, and I figured out some ways to make it more functional for how we use that space while on a budget and still keeping with the aesthetic. So I'm going to share all of that today. I also have a ton of cleaning out there to do because we use it every single day. Basically, we spend so much time out there. And then also in the video that I had shared a couple of weeks ago, one of the things we did was a DIY planter post where we hung some outdoor patio lighting. We love the way it turned out, but you guys very quickly let us know that we didn't plant the right things, or I didn't plant the right things in there. So I had some lavender and some petunias, but also mint plants. And you guys told me that mint is an invasive species and should be planted separately, and it will like take over the planter if I leave it there. Also that it has the potential to like pollinate throughout our yard and be impossible to get rid of. And we don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to trust you and replant those, replace them with some citronella plants that I have here. I also got some more flowers. I don't know if I'll end up using them, but I'm going to try to, and fix that because I don't want that to happen. So anyway, I think we're going to start with that. I'm going to pull these out. We've got a lot of planting to do. I'm going to replace those. I have some new planters that I had picked up from Home Goods as well. We're going to restock our mini fridge out there and just get it ready for the season and do all of the outdoor cleaning. So I hope you guys are ready for another fun outdoor living and entertaining video. If you are, give it a thumbs up, and let's take these to the planter box and get it started. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to easily get to my gardening gloves, but basically like our whole house, all of our decor and like extra things are out here in the shed right now, so this is the worst time for me to try to replant anything. I probably should just not even worry about it, not get the gardening gloves, but I hate the feeling of dirt on my hands. So I think the gloves are a lost cause because I don't even really want to try to navigate through this. So I'm just gonna shut it and pretend like the mess isn't there. But very lucky for me, Derek stored our potting soil here for whatever reasons, but it's very helpful to me today. There's this whole bag here and then this little bit left. So I'm going to have to do this with no gloves, which is not ideal for someone with sensory issues, but it's all that I can do. And at least I have access to my potting soil and I don't have to go out and spend money unnecessarily. So this is the plan. I'm going to take one of the mint plants out and pot it in this because we want to keep it. Take the other mint plant out and maybe plant it somewhere else, like in the back of the yard or something. Maybe do something else with it. Replace both of them with citronella, and then we have these other two citronellas, and we'll do kind of some rearranging and repotting throughout the entire patio space. I think I'm going to take this planter with the mint and put it back there by our mini fridge, and then I have these two planters right here, and I'm thinking I'm going to do one citronella and one with some of these flowers in it and use them as a centerpiece here. So I want to kind of evenly disperse our citronella plants because we want to keep the mosquitoes away when we are using this space. So I figured two right here will cover the seating area, one right there, and then maybe one back there, and that should do it for us for this space, right? Or wrong? Am I right or wrong? This smells so good. really hope that I don't kill these mint plants by doing this. I definitely don't have a green thumb. I'm not an expert in any way. I'm really just relying on your guys' advice for this. I had no idea that I shouldn't plant them that way, but they smell really good. I don't want them to become a waste, so I hope that I don't ruin them by doing this. You know what I mean? But I think the citronella is going to work out well too. Ta-da! It seems to fit in this planter fine. Let's hope it stays fine in there. Okay, so while my hands are already dirty, not feeling good, I'm just gonna finish up with all of the planting that I have to do. So in that initial patio setup, I wasn't sure yet what I wanted to do in the way of decor. In years past, I have gone like over the top. Faux outdoor plants, real plants, lots of little decorative things, and it looks beautiful when I first get it done, but it's so difficult to maintain, and within weeks it's a mess, if I'm being honest. So this year I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to waste my money, I didn't want to rush things, and I didn't want to go over the top just for the sake of a video. So when we were first setting up the patio, I had no idea yet what I wanted to do as far as like decor goes. So I just kind of plopped this plant, it was a hanging plant, and I took off the hanging portion of it into the center of this table, called it a day, and it was just an extra that we had thought about using for our front porch and then didn't use. However, it's not thriving in this space, and also I don't really like it that much. I feel like it doesn't serve a purpose. So what I decided to do is pick up some really pretty ceramic planters. These are from Home Goods. They fit the aesthetic, they're beautiful, and they were super affordable. This one was only $12 and this one was $14. I don't know if it's Home Goods everywhere, but at least the Home Goods in my area has the best prices on ceramic planters. So if you're looking for some, definitely go look there. But anyway, I wanted to put the two here, and I'm going to put the citronella plant in this larger one and then some of these flowers in this smaller one. That way it's really pretty, but the citronella is also functional to repel mosquitoes. Where we live, as the season progresses, the mosquitoes get so bad. So we're gonna try to do everything we can to repel them because we want to use this space as much as possible for the season. With this citronella plant, I was hoping I could just pull off the hang tag and drop it right in so I don't actually have to plant it. But it has this little lip here. It would have been so much easier because the tag thing says it doesn't actually have to be repotted. It would be fine to just hang out in this planter. What do you think that looks like? Is that like too obvious, too ugly? Should I leave it there or should I take it out and pot it? You guys tell me. I'm gonna leave it here for now, and whatever you tell me in the comments, that's what I'll do later on.
And it never gets hard enough for you. You've been enchanting this heart of mine for the long
Okay, so another thing that I feel like I have just never quite gotten right is our seating area. In years past, I have been overzealous with the throw pillows in our outdoor seating. I have just crowded our space with so many pillows, and in my opinion, outdoor pillows are like not very comfortable. The material that they're made out of can be very scratchy, and they're really difficult to keep clean, especially if they don't have a removable cover. And they keep their shape, like they don't kind of sink in. They're not really choppable when they're meant for the outdoors. So they just end up taking space on the furniture, which is already miniature to begin with. So in years past, I've gone over the top, pillows everywhere, and that leaves nowhere for us to sit. So this year, I didn't do any of that. I literally put nothing in our outdoor seating area. And I feel like living in extremes is just not for me. I didn't want to be over the top, but having absolutely nothing makes it feel just a little less cozy and less welcoming. So I was browsing through Target the other day and found these two pillows, and I love them. They're pretty small, although they look really big when I'm like standing next to it like this in the viewfinder, but they're pretty small. They're not like a full square size, and they're definitely not oversized, and I felt like they would match perfectly with our new outdoor patio rug that we have in the seating area. Maybe not perfectly, but very complimentary. So I picked up two of them for our club chairs, and then when we were cleaning out the house, trying to minimize all of our decor and just like get things out of the way to rip up all of the flooring, I found some outdoor throw blankets in my closet. I completely forgot that I even had them. I probably bought them 2 or 3 years ago now, and we're gonna use these too. It's still pretty chilly in the mornings, and also in the evenings the temperature drops, but mostly it's like windy, so it feels colder. So I feel like we'll get really good use out of these right now, and then probably tuck them away in like the middle of summer and bring them out again in the fall. So this is kind of like a navy blue color. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, and blue and this like orangey terracotta are very complementary. So I feel like they'll add just enough without being too much and too over the top. And if I'm being honest, we've had these blankets out here already and we've been using them all the time. So I know for certain that those are a yes. But anyway, we're gonna set this up in the seating area, wipe down our coffee table and side tables, and get that all cleaned up and decorated as well. Okay, I had to run inside and get another rag because we're about to restock the mini fridge, and the other rag was getting nasty, and that's where food and drinks go, so didn't want to be nasty. And I also got these organizers for the mini fridge. I have 2 different sizes. You can see the difference. These more narrow ones are going to be for snacks, and then these larger ones are for cans. And our mini fridge technically holds like 130 or 150 cans or something like that, but as people take drinks out, they just kind of, it becomes chaos in there. So I thought having some organizers would help with that. And then also, our kids play out here a ton this time of year, and there's some neighbor kids that come over and they play out here, and it never fails. They want snacks, they want drinks, and this kind of will just cut down on them having to come inside to ask for them or need an adult. It's just gonna make it like really easy for them to grab the snacks, see what's available, and not really have to think about it. So this is the mini fridge. It's weatherproof. It is meant for the outdoors, but it's nasty. So I need to clean it before I can put anything inside of it. So here's our starting point. I'm definitely gonna wipe down the outside and the inside. We still have some things in there, but I haven't wiped it out yet this season. So I'm gonna get that done, get the new organizers in there, see how it's gonna fit. This is where I've just been keeping everything while I was waiting to clean it out and restock it. So my idea is that I'm gonna put some chips in that picnic basket so they're accessible for the kids. And then we have some mixed fruit, applesauce pouches, yogurt things that are gonna go in these smaller organizers. And then here are the drinks I've been collecting. We have some sodas with caffeine, sodas without caffeine, seltzer waters that don't have caffeine. These Bang energy drinks are only for Derek. No kids will be having them. We have Gatorades, just a good variety. Definitely not going to fit all of this in for this first restock, but I'm going to put some things in, and then as we use it, we'll replace it. And I would say that this total amount right here is going to last us for at least 2, maybe 2.5 months. We really don't drink sodas and things that often, so fingers crossed it lasts for a while. But before I can start on that, I need to clean this off. I think I am going to put this potted mint plant right here because there's so much space up here, and this will just kind of accent this picnic basket that I used for all of the chips and non-refrigerated snacks. This is so cute. I'll just, have the lid up when there's people over or the kids have friends over so anybody can help themselves, but this worked out really well. This fit like 25 bags of chips in here, which is great. That's a lot. I have a good variety in there, and this is like an outdoor picnic basket. It's made out of this kind of weatherproof material, although there are, like, you can kind of see like holes through it, so I don't know how that'll work out in the rain. It is under the overhang here, but if I notice that rain gets in it or anything, I'll just make sure that I bring this in or take it into the shed anytime we know there's going to be inclement weather. But this is so cute. And then we have the mini fridge all stocked. Our kids are going to be so excited. So I was able to fit 4 of these drink organizers in here, and then all of Derek's Bangs are right there. The Gatorade doesn't fit in these, so I just kind of put it right here. And then this kid's snack. So we have all of those fruit cups here. This is empty because I need to get some yogurt tubes, but that's what I'll put in here. And then applesauce pouches on this side. And then I kept these two organizers that we've had since like last summer, but there's nothing in there yet. My plan is to put mandarin oranges, like fresh fruit, in there for the kids. But anyway, this is all getting chilled. It looks so good. Something that I've been noticing over the last few weeks that we've had our patio set up is that we are using this space more than we ever have. I think definitely more than we have in the last few years, and I'm pretty sure that's because we had our neighbors' trees had fallen through our backyard, and it took them like 3 summers before they finally removed them. So in all that time, we couldn't really use our backyard as a play space. Our kids weren't spending as much time out here, and it attracted a lot of bugs. All of those trees and brush and weeds and just the overgrowth attracted so many bugs, and I guess I didn't realize how much of a deterrent it was until we don't have that anymore. And now we have this beautiful backyard space. Our kids are playing out here every single day, and it's not such an eyesore. There's not as many bugs, and so we're spending a lot of time out here, and specifically eating out here a lot. I feel like I am grilling 5-6 days out of the week. We're eating out here almost every single night, and I know that some of that has to do with the indoor renovations and how chaotic it is inside, but also we're just really loving this space. We've invited friends over here, had many barbecues, had our family over, and it became pretty clear to me very quickly that we needed some kind of entertaining setup, like a bar cart or a serving station or something like that. So I've been on the hunt, and I found this bar cart at Aldi for only $44. It was crazy sale. It looks absolutely perfect. I feel like it'll fit the aesthetic of the rest of our furniture. It's 2-tiered, and I think it'll work in this space perfectly. So I am gonna put it together, and hopefully this works out exactly how I think it will. I was going to say that this is the easiest piece of furniture that I've ever put together, but I was wrong. I didn't pay attention, and I had this all wrong at first. I was screwing in at this top one what should have been at the bottom, so then the handles were sticking up super high, and yeah, I got it figured out though. I would just say don't be like me, read through the instructions all the way and don't just assume you know what you're supposed to be doing. But this is so pretty. I did not attach the wine bottle holder just because we don't really drink a lot of wine, so I'm gonna set it here and see if we do use it. If we do, I'll attach it, and if not, I'm just going to probably get rid of it because we won't need it. But this is nice. It's a nice size. There's a lot of room here. Just to show you, I got this utensil caddy, and putting it here, caddy corner, there's still all of this space. So this could definitely be used for serving food, exactly what I was looking for. We've got the top tier and the bottom tier, plenty of space. But anyway, I did get this utensil caddy. It is an outdoor one from TJ Maxx. It was 12 bucks. So I'm going to fill it with like paper plates, napkins, spoons, forks, all of the necessities, and get this like all set up. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to do out here was something with our back door. I just left it blank. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I've been on the hunt for a wreath, couldn't find one that I loved. We checked out Hobby Lobby to see if they had any of those like DIY wooden signs, you know, that say like welcome to my back porch or something, and I think it might be too late in the season because we just didn't find one that we liked. They had like a watermelon slice and something else when we were looking, but it just didn't suit the space. So I'd just been on the hunt, and finally I came across a basket. I have it here. I came across this basket, and it is so pretty. It's woven white and wood tones. It's got this little hanging handle here, and I feel like it's the perfect size to fit right in there. So I picked this up. I browsed through Target and got some really inexpensive $3 stems, and I figured I'd just put these in here and hang it on the door, and then when the door is open and open to the inside, it'll still go with the aesthetic in there and be really pretty in that room, but then while it's closed, it'll also fit in as well. So I'm hoping this works out. I'm hoping it's not too wide. It seems pretty narrow, but it also, like, it doesn't have a whole bunch of give, but this was the most flexible one I could find. I've been on the hunt for like over a week and just didn't find the perfect one. So fingers crossed that this one works out and that this can be like the last finishing touch out here. This is so cute. I love this, and the door shuts without breaking the basket, so we don't have to worry about that. Just the perfect little touch over there. I'm loving this bar cart too. For now, I just put our watering cans and our utensil holder and then this other citronella plant. I do think I'm gonna have to try to find a pot for it though, just so that it'll look nice with all of the other ones around. But loving this, fits perfectly there. Overall, I'm just loving all of the changes that I made to this space today. I feel like they were much needed. It's way more functional. It's going to work better for what our current needs are and what our plans are this summer. It's so cute and so pretty out here, and just like really cozy and inviting, which is what I wanted, without feeling overwhelming or feeling like I have so much to maintain. So anyway, I love it. My kids are gonna love it. They're like in the backyard right now watching me film this clip because they're chomping at the bit to get to this fully stocked mini fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that I shared some outdoor living space and entertaining ideas that you might be able to use for this season or this summer. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks so much for choosing to spend your time here with me today, and I'll see you all in the next one.